Hey guys, it's Maddie, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do a really quick 5-minute brown smoky eye with Karen's Colourpop collab. So I am kind of obsessed with Karen, or iluvsarahii. I met her during a Halloween party. I was with my friend and we went to another place to go meet up with her and a bunch of other people, but she didn't even have to give me the time of day. But when we got there, she bought me something to drink. But the part that made me realize that she is a super nice, genuine person is because I heard her whisper over to Crispy, in the most genuine voice ever, "I love his wings." I had wings as a part of my costume. It was I thought I looked a mess. So the fact that I heard her say that to someone else, I was just like, oh my gosh, thank you. I thought I looked a mess. But no, so that's just kind of a little something that just makes you realize oh, you're cool. Alright. So this is the first collab that I ever actually sat and waited at 1 o'clock my time to order her collaboration, because I was I need to get this. I'm gonna support her. And all the colors and everything she chose look amazing. So this little palette has every neutral you'll need for an everyday look, or to even do a nice smoky eye too. But if you're in a rush and you need to do a really quick 5-minute smoky eye or something like that, but this is always my go-to to do if you gotta be out in 5 minutes, or if you're working on a client and they need to be in and out, this is something you can just throw on really quickly. And it looks like you spent a lot of time doing your makeup or doing someone else's makeup, but really it just took you 5 minutes, but it looks like you spent 20 minutes on it. So yeah, so if you want to see how to get this look, of course, keep watching. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. First, I'm gonna be taking the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden. And what I do is I usually just use 3 dots of this stuff, because it goes a really, really long way. So that's gonna be enough for oh yeah, that's definitely enough for the full lid. So once we have that placed down, I just take a synthetic paddle brush and just run that primer all over my lid, all the way to the brow bone. And then in the inner corner too, just basically all around my eyelid. And now that that's all evenly spread out, we're just gonna skip right over that base shade Distressed and go right into Vivacious. And I'm just picking up a little bit on my favorite eyeshadow brush ever, which is a Sigma E55. It has just a really perfect shape to it to get all around the lid, but e.l.f. makes a really similar dupe if you don't want to spend 20-something dollars on an eyeshadow brush, which I completely understand. So we're gonna take Vivacious and just put it right from the inner corner halfway through the lid. So all over it, halfway through that lid. So make sure you get it everywhere. And Vivacious is just such a pretty bright pale pink, so it really brightens everything up. And it's just the perfect shade for this. And I'm just gonna pick up a little bit more and make sure we get it all over halfway through the lid. Awesome. Okay, and then taking the same brush, we're just gonna use the other side, because we're in a hurry. And now we're gonna be taking that nice transition looking shade Freckles, and we're just gonna put it all over the other side of the lid. So halfway through till the end of your eye. So all up in above that crease, whatnot. And we're just gonna put it all over the end of the lid. And make sure you get a nice even coating of this. Do not be afraid. Because I know it's scary working with darker shadows and everything, but once everything's blended, it looks just gorgeous. Ooh. Alright, so now that we have a decent amount of that on, you're gonna notice there's a distinct line in the middle, and that's what we want. So I'm just gonna take a Sigma E50, but basically this is just a shading brush. Any kind of flat brush like this will do, and put it right in between that line, and just really blend it like this. Blend those two shades into each other to create a nice gradient effect. And basically, I go from the end of the lid to basically halfway through like that, because I don't want to get the glitter from Vivacious into the matte shade. So I'm being careful where I blend, but it's just pretty easy. Just blend that line. And as you can see, it's already created a nice gradient effect. So it's fairly easy to do. Once you have that line, just really blend it like this. So from the end of your eye, halfway through to where that line is. Very easy to follow, very easy to do. Nice. But now that we have it sufficiently blended, I'm just taking a small tapered brush from Makeup Geek and picking up a little bit of the darkest shade Noche, and I'm gonna place it right on the edge of the eye, right there. And then a little bit in the crease. And it's okay to make it messy, because once you blend everything, it looks perfect. So don't be afraid if it looks all messy and gross like this, because once you blend it, it's gonna be perfect. So don't be scared. Yeah, and then go in the crease like that. So halfway through into the crease. And now what I'm doing is I'm wiping off the excess from the Makeup Geek brush and really blending it upwards on like kind of on my brow bone to really give a smoked out look. So we're blending freckles and noche together. I know it sounds hard to follow, but really it's fairly easy. And just blend into your crease too. And we started with a really messy placement, but now you can see we've just created like a really nice gradient. And of course, still keep blending wherever you need to. But really, blending is key, so no matter where you place your shadows, it's going to be really easy to fix once you really just blend them together. So don't be afraid of working with like really dark shades. And of course we can add back in a little more shadow where we need it. So if it looks a little bit patchy in any areas, just pick up a little bit of the shade you need and just kind of go in circular motions to blend. Cool. And it's really easy to fix any mistakes. Alright, and now that this eye is sufficiently blended, we're going to be taking that Bone White shade Distressed, and we're going to put it right on that brow bone to really make the brow bone stand out, but mainly it's to clean up this area right here, and we're going to blend these two little parts together to really get that smokier look, but really it just cleans everything up. So you'll have like your highlight right here, but then this will blend into it, so it's not going to look as messy. And now I'm just taking a pencil brush, and I'm dipping it back into Vivacious, and I'm going to go from the inner corner, just like 1/3 of the way in, so just stop like right there. Like 1/3 of the way in your eye. So really just highlight that inner corner. So right in your tear duct. So just right on that tear duct area. And then I'm cleaning off the pencil brush again. And I'm going in with freckles on the bottom lash line. And I'm blending it into that top shadow that we did. And just really blend that line out. And you can blend it together with Vivacious as well to kind of make that gradient again. And now we're going to take a little bit of Noche and just dot it along that lash line. Just a little bit. And then blend that together. So we're doing it right on top. We're kind of layering them. And then just really, really blend it to give that smoky look. So we're kind of blending it upwards like this, but also a little bit down. A little bit in that V shape. Awesome. So you can see how it's like really blended and it's kind of smoky looking. That's what we want. Yeah. That's what we want, like a really nice blended smoky look right there. And you can see how different this shadow looks with and without the lashes. So once we pop these lashes on, it's gonna just change everything. And since I'm not wearing liner, I'm just using a pair of lashes that has a clear lash band because that's gonna look a lot more natural because it just blends a lot easier when that band is not there. I'm just gonna pop that right on the lash line. Boop. And right there. Right on that inner corner. Boop. It's kind of hard to do in a viewfinder. Ooh. Alrighty. Whoa, I did that. I did that. And while I'm waiting for that lash glue to dry, I'm just kind of like stippling a little bit of Tightline mascara onto my bottom lashes just to kind of color them. But I'm not like extending them or anything, I'm just coloring them so they show up. Because I don't want my bottom lashes too huge. So yeah, of course, this is the completed look. But yeah, I'm surprised at how creamy this looks right here. So I'm actually really excited about this because the Colourpop single eyeshadows just blend so easily. So yeah, this palette just has all the perfect neutrals in it. Because this is like a really wearable, like everyday look, really. So out of the two, of course this is my fave, just because it just has the 4 neutral shades that you'll really need just to create a nice everyday look. But if you do want to go for something like a little bit more like nighttime, like her other palette, Saucy, then that has a really nice like pink and purple and then like a nice peach in it too, so I don't know. It's really up to like what kind of style you like to wear. Oh, Hey, so I didn't realize that it stopped filming like right before I said my outro. Yeah, because my camera said like battery was exhausted or something, so I was just talking to a blank camera. But anyway, so yeah, of course, if you like this video, subscribe for future videos, and leave a comment down below what you think of the Colourpop collaboration, because I love like all the lippies, like the two palettes are amazing. So let me know if you bought anything from the collection or how you feel about it. But yeah, and of course leave a like down below, but I will see you all in the next video. And thank you for watching. Bye guys. Ooh. Easy to get off screen from this angle. Yay. Basically, I'm definitely not wearing this shirt. This shirt's just hell.